периодов, ќе подсетуваме одново и упорно дека она што не го правиме во реалноста, не смеме да го направиме ниту во виртуелната реалност, дека и во дигиталните простори ги имаме истите човекови права и оти границата на нашите права е местото каде што почнуваат правата на другите. Дека е повеќе од потребно да сватиме и да прифатиме колку е важна и нужна медиумската писменост во образованието. Дека во новинарството истите професионални правила важат и во офлайн и онлайн просторот, ама дигиталните простори сепак создаваат поинакви услови на кои традиционалните медиуми мора да се прилагодат, доколку сакаат да обстанат.
Youth protection, media pluralism, user protection, and the protection of human dignity. These four values or core values guide our work. And these core values are derived from our law, our media law. And if I'm not mistaken, almost all media laws in Europe, but also beyond, include elements of those core values. Mm-hmm. Okay. So enough theory. What does this mean regarding the digital space? How do core values and protected goods relate to to all these new digital challenges? Yeah. Let's look at the contrasts you, of course, may know from your daily work. Digitalization has led to a major change in the media landscape. While we once had a media landscape with a couple of TV stations, radio channels, and newspapers, citizens were only consumers. And in addition, news were communicated at fixed timings. In the morning when the newspapers were delivered, and at prime time in the evening during the main news TV shows. Looking at the media landscape now, we see that we have multiple new media outlets, new players, new offers. And we have new forms of distribution, not only cable or TV, but hundreds of different possibilities, from smartphones to apps and podcasts. The digital space presents a wide variety of dangers and challenges. For example, we heard it today, like hate speech, cyberbullying, and disinformation, and this list could go on and on. But however, these phenomena are not new. Hate speech has probably already existed in ancient Rome, and disinformation did not start with Donald Trump. So what did change then? What is the key behind digitalization? So it's the quantity of content which arise, the possible reach, and the speed of spreading content. And at a time when the media landscape is evolving so rapidly and we face these challenges, our four protected goods are a welcome guidance to our work. In Germany, we have several duties for journalistic work, the so-called journalistic due diligence. They developed after the Second World War as part of ensuring free press. And what is quite new is that since 2019, journalistic due diligence also applies for journalistic content published online. In the days or years before, it was only, it only applied for press and traditional media. In Germany, everybody who publishes journalistic content offline and online must rely to standards. And the media authorities are responsible for oversight of these principles. Since disinformation sometimes is rooted in bad use of sources or poor quality journalism, this is one tool to act against disinformation. And it's the only way given by law to act against disinformation. This is our only tool in German law. Important is we act content neutral. So we do not decide what is right or wrong, but we look in whether journalistic standards have been respected. Okay. But there's also duty to research information for journalists, especially if the report makes allegations against people, or if potentially incorrect reporting could pose a risk. For example, if the topic is a health issue, seeing corona, and if content is deliberately taken out of context and used for the purpose of manipulation.